Hey guys, so I just wanted to take you through a really quick, simple postural alignment sequence that you can do any day. You don't need a lot of equipment, maybe just a pillow and some wall space and some floor space, or you can use your bed. So join me in these exercises and hopefully they help to realign your body and just make you feel a little bit better. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is actually lay down on the floor, or your bed. Now you can lay down just like this with your knees bent, just like this, or you can find a chair, or we have these blocks that you can put your feet up on and then rest your head, okay? And we are going to just lay here for a minute. I want you to breathe in and out through your belly, okay? So nice deep breaths. And really relax. And a lot of people will skip this because they're like, oh, it's just breathing. But breathing helps to down-regulate your nervous system. So it helps to decrease pain and pain signals. That's what pain is. It's signaling from the brain, okay? So you need to rest and relax before and ending your movement practice. So now is a really good opportunity. Plus you're in this really great position to get grounded with your hips, let go of any rotation in your shoulders and your hips. So I want you can close your eyes. I'm just gonna think about expanding the belly, the rib cage, and the collarbones on your inhalation. And then as you exhale, that stuff goes in. So you just feel like this big balloon expanding and contracting. Just see how much oxygen you can take in, and then see how slowly you can breathe out through your nose. When we breathe in and out through our nose, we actually make more nitric oxide, and that's really important for vasodilating our arterioles, which means opening up the blood vessels to allow your blood flow to be more smooth and laminar. That's exactly what we're looking for. We don't want turbulent blood flow. You don't want turbulent anything. And nitric oxide really helps you to relax and get into your parasympathetic rest and digest healing mode. And that's where you want to live most of your life, okay? So as you spend the next 10 seconds just breathing in and breathing out, just relish on the good that's happening in your life, okay? Try and be positive, find appreciation, find value in yourself and in others. All right, so we're gonna come off of this, and now you're gonna grab a block, or you can use a pillow and just put that pillow between your knees like this. Good. You can lift your hips up and down once or twice, and then we're just gonna squeeze that block and relax. So just notice if you are clenching anywhere in your body. Notice if your stomach is engaged. Your stomach can be relaxed, okay? It doesn't have to be pulled in and sucked in. All I want you to focus on is feeling those inner thighs. So just gently squeeze the pillow or the block and relax. Gently squeeze and relax. We're gonna do about 20. So try to let go of any tension and your neck and your shoulders. Maybe bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Just squeeze and release. And that breathing, that breath work that we did in the beginning of the exercise, you want to continue throughout all of these exercises, okay? So nice, deep, full, smooth, diaphragmatic breathing. Do one more here. Good, then you're gonna go ahead and take that block out. And we're just gonna squeeze the bottom, squeeze your butt cheeks, and then relax. So I don't want you to tighten up your tummy. You're not going to tighten anything other than your bottom, which is a little difficult. A lot of people struggle with just tightening their glutes. So just try to squeeze your bottom and relax. Soften everything else except the buttocks. It might take some practice. You might notice you're squeezing your quads or your stomach or your shoulders or your neck. Just let go of all that tension. You don't want everything to squeeze at once. You want to isolate just the glutes. And again, don't forget about those nice, deep diaphragmatic breaths. Okay, nice job. So from here, we're gonna roll onto our side, and I want you to bring your knees up so that they're in line with your hips, and your ankles are right below your knees, and you're just gonna rest in this hook lie position. Now your head can be flat, or you can hold it up like this. And actually, what we're gonna do is bring the head flat so that we can open up. So you're gonna take your top arm, and we're just gonna rotate back, away, but watch that your knees don't open, okay? Try to keep those knees stacked, okay? You can take this bottom hand and put it on your top thigh so it doesn't roll out. And you're gonna turn your head away from those knees. And just go wherever you can. You might not be able to twist all the way. Your hand might be way up here, that's fine. Your shoulder might be way off the floor, that's fine. If you need to rest it on something, that's fine too. We're gonna hold this for about a minute, and we're gonna do both sides. So again, relax your shoulders, breathe into your belly, soften your face, and just enjoy this nice twist. Don't forget about those knees. Try to keep those knees stacked. Nice deep breaths. Try to let go of any tension in your neck and shoulders. So after about a minute, you're gonna come all the way back, protecting your spine. Then we're gonna roll onto our backs. Okay, if you want, you can hug your knees in briefly, and then we're gonna roll over to the other side. So all the way over, my hips are stacked, my knees are stacked. I'm at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna take that top arm and I'm gonna drop it over. So I'm looking away from these knees that are stacked. I'm taking my other hand and I'm keeping it on my thigh so that my hips don't roll back. Try to keep those hips stacked. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in your shoulder and your chest. Keep those knees up 90 degrees, and we're gonna hold this for a minute. So remembering your diaphragmatic breathing. Breathing really helps so much healing, so much pain reduction when we can breathe, when we can soften, when we can relax our nervous system, when we can circulate nutrients in our blood cells, oxygen. So again, see how slowly you can breathe. The slower your breath, the more oxygen saturation of your red blood cells. So try to extend your exhalation, and then when you breathe in again, that breath will be deeper. So just keep expanding the exhalation. And when you focus on the exhalation, that's when you're really getting into that parasympathetic relaxation mode, which is so therapeutic. So about 10 more seconds here for that minute. Just relaxing, and again, your arm might not come down all the way. Wherever it is fine. And then bring your head back, and you're gonna roll back onto your back. If you want, you can hug those knees in for a brief second. And then we're gonna go ahead and extend one leg straight. I'm gonna back up so you can see me. So I'm gonna bring one knee up at 90 degrees. And this top leg, we're gonna circle the ankle about 25 times. So your ankle might get a little bit tired, okay? Try to keep your knee over your ankle, nice, big, slow circles. This is really therapeutic for just aligning your ankle, your knee, and your hip. Keep those shoulders down away from you. Keep breathing, nice, full, deep breaths. 2, 23, 24, 25. Then we're going to go the other direction, so circling. And one ankle circle direction might be easier than the other. You might notice that. So don't skip out on the one that's harder. Make sure you do both sides. Coming back to your breathing, your leg might be getting tired, your ankle. If that's the case, you can always rest your leg on a chair or a block. Then we're going to just point and flex the foot 25 times. Again, I know your ankle is probably getting tired, maybe your hip. So if you need to rest and come out of it, that's fine, but keep going if you can. 24 and 25. So go ahead and rest that leg. We're going to bend the other one and pull that knee in, knee over the hip, foot is flexed, and we're gonna circle the ankle. Relax your shoulders. Five more. And the other direction. Remember to stay really relaxed with the rest of your body. Last one, and then we're going to point and flex the foot. Point and flex 25 times. Again, if you need to rest, if your ankle is screaming at you, then definitely set it down and rest. Nice job. All right, we're gonna bring the knees up and we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together and you're just gonna let the knees drop open for an inner groin stretch. If this is too intense, you can bring your feet away from you a little bit. And we're just gonna lift those hips up. We're gonna hold this for 1 minute. You can open up your hands. And again, coming back to the breath. So if you want to just feel your breath for a moment, you can place your hands on your tummy, breathing in and breathing out. It also feels kind of nice to rock your head from side to side, just to kind of stretch out the neck a little bit. But keep releasing those groin muscles. Nice full deep breaths. Keep relaxing the shoulders. Just a little bit more here. All right, go ahead and close those knees. We're going to sit up so you can roll onto your side. We're gonna go onto hands and knees. So we are here. You're going to spread your hands. You want your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders, and we're just going to let the shoulder blades come together, push into your hands, press them away. So I'm keeping my elbows straight and I'm just letting my shoulder blades come together and then push them away. Come together and push them away. Good, then we're gonna go into cat and cow. So we're rounding the spine and then arching the back. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. So from here, we're going to go our hands a little bit forward, and you're going to bring your elbows right where your hands were. You're going to maybe bring your knees back just a little bit, and then you want to come forward so that your shoulders are right over your elbows. You're going to let your tailbone lift up. Keep your ribs pulled in. You're going to let your head drop, and we're just going to hold this for a couple minutes. So we're trying to get that arch back into our spines. We don't want a rounded low back. We want to keep that natural curve in your spine, but don't overdo it like this. Pull your ribs in, but keep your tailbone lifted so you have that nice ducky butt, not a tucky butt, okay? And then shift forward so your shoulders are stacked over your elbows. Let your head drop so you can relax your neck. If this is tiring, you can come out of it. You can also do this on your hands instead of your forearms if that's more comfortable for you. So to try to soften and relax, you're going to want to shift back, so keep those shoulders over your elbows. So again, you're holding this for 2 minutes if you can. Good, and then to come out of that, you're gonna walk those knees in. We're just gonna sit back into child's pose and kind of stretch that out. All right, we're gonna slowly come on up, and we're gonna grab a strap, perhaps, and a chair for this next exercise. You're going to find something that you can put your foot on the top of, okay, and you're gonna hold on to something in front of you. So if you have a counter, you can put your foot up on the counter. That might be kind of high, so you can use a chair. If you have a strap, you can bring a strap around your ankle. Otherwise, some of us can grab our ankles. You're gonna want to hold on to something so that you can balance evenly on both feet, so you're not totally shifted over, okay? And you're gonna hold that for 1 minute, stretching the quad, okay? And the reason why you wanna hold on to something is so that you can stay really symmetrical. So your hip is over your ankle, shoulders are stacked. I'm a little asymmetrical because I'm not holding on to anything. So you wanna find a chair, and you can rest the top of your foot on another bench or chair so that you can stretch the quad. So a minute is a really long time, but I'm telling you, these quads are gonna really appreciate that time because they get so tight. Keep relaxing your shoulders, keep standing tall. Try to keep those knees close together. You can flex your foot, maybe. So full deep breaths. Try to soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, your face, any other areas of tension in your body. Hopefully that front of the thigh is letting go. Switch sides. So you can bring your foot up again on the bench, or you can use a strap and hold on to it, or you can grab your ankle if you can reach it. You want to hold on to something so that you can be symmetrical, and we're going to hold this for a minute. So try to keep those knees close together. Pull the chin back so you can stack your ears over your shoulders, over your hips, over your ankle. Drop your ribs. The foot can be flexed for more stretch. And then tuning back into the breath. pushing down through the standing leg. But if you're holding on, you should be pretty balanced. So you might notice that one side is tighter than the other. My right side is a lot tighter than my left side. So you may notice some discrepancies in your body. And that's exactly what we're trying to balance out so that we have more symmetry. Just like in a car, you want your parts to be aligned and even. Okay, so that's another minute. Now we're gonna head over to the mirror. We're gonna start with our feet hip width apart. And you might notice when you're against the wall that you might feel some rotation. Like maybe you feel your right shoulder blade and your right buttocks against the mirror, the wall more than your left. So you just wanna notice those asymmetries, that rotation. We wanna try and get rid of that rotation. So back your heels up, bottom touches, shoulder blades, back of the head. And then if it's comfortable, bring your arms straight out to the side. If this is not comfortable, you can lower your arms, okay? And we're gonna do 10 sideways movements. So doing a lateral movement. And what I'm trying to do here is keep my thumbs and my pinkies and my wrists against the wall, and that's difficult. I'm also trying to keep the back of my head against the wall. Now my head may come away from the wall, that's okay. I'd rather your head came away from the wall than you lifted your chin. Keep your neck nice and long. I think that's 4 or 6. You also may have a tendency to lift your heel up or move your hips. Try to keep the heels down and really engage your core to lift yourself back up. You might not be going down as far as I am, or you might be going down further. Really just listen to your body. Feel the stretch along the waistline. I have a feeling that that's 10. So once you get to 10, then you're gonna open your feet about 2 feet apart and you're gonna repeat it. So this time we'll start the opposite direction. And try not to hold your breath. Try to stay breathing throughout. Again, keep those heels down, keep your ribs down. Try to keep your thumbs touching, your pinkies, the wrists, the backs of the wrists, both shoulder blades, your buttocks. Breathing, so lots of things to focus on and think about. So just pick 1, 2, or 3 things and cycle through those 3 things. So maybe you keep your heels down and you breathe. Or maybe you keep your thumbs touching and breathe. Or maybe your thumbs and pinky and wrists. Nice full deep breaths. This is a really great stretch for your back. So if you have any low back pain, definitely want to pick up this exercise. Okay, I think that's 10 or maybe more than 10. Finally, we're going to open our legs about 4 feet apart, so really wide. This is going to be your most stable position, even though it feels a little maybe uncomfortable because you're not used to having the legs that wide. And we're going to go the opposite time, and again, we're going to do 10 times. So 5 each direction. Not holding the breath, so breathing continuously. Try to open up the arms. So you want to be in external rotation at the shoulder. So you want your thumbs to touch and your pinkies to touch. And your wrists, the back of your head, your buttocks, your heels. Going nice and slow. Okay, I think that was probably 10. And then finally, we're gonna come back to our starting position with our feet hip width apart, bottom touches, shoulder blades, back of the head, arms come out to the side. Just notice if it feels any different to stand here. And we're going to side bend. So after each exercise, it's also a good idea to just walk around for a little bit and see how you feel in your body. How that stretch or that movement affected you. So starting to pay more attention to how things are feeling versus just kind of pushing through it. Let's do one more for good measure. Each side. And relax, nice job. So while you're here at the wall, it's a great way to just maybe roll the shoulders up, forward, and down. The wall is excellent for maintaining your posture and knowing what true alignment feels like when you're really sitting up nice and tall. And the other direction, up, back, and down. So I'm just going to show you what a sideways angle of this would look like. So we're against the wall, but we're rolling the shoulders up, forward, and down, and then up, back, and down. Good. And then we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, slide the shoulders up and back down. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades together, sliding the shoulders up and down. So I'm just sliding my shoulder blades along the wall. Try to keep them squeezed together, up and down. Good. So we're coming down, we're sitting here against the wall. You can rest your hands in your lap and you can press your low back against the mat or keep it untucked, whatever's comfortable for you. You're gonna start to feel this in your thighs. You wanna hold up to 2 minutes if you can. So we'll try 1 minute. Really push into your legs. If you start to get tired, you can come out of this. But press evenly back against the wall with both hips. Press it into your feet. Nice, full, deep breaths. The lower you go down, the harder it's going to be. So if you're feeling like it's too much, just come up a little bit. Good. And then we're going to come up all the way. The last exercise I want to show you, we're going to need some stairs. Or you can use, if you have a really sturdy step ladder, you can do that too. What we're going to do is hang our heels off the edge of the stair. You're holding on to the railing with both hands, and you want to do the bottom step so that you have no risk of falling far if you were to step off, okay? So let's try it. So here we are in the stairwell. What I'm going to do is go on this bottom step. I'm going to bring both of my feet onto the step, okay? And then I'm gonna keep my feet hip width apart. And then what I'm doing with my upper body is I'm just going to back my hips up. So if you were to look at this from the side, my heels are hanging off, my feet are on the step. I'm just backing my hips up, and I'm going to hold this position for about 3 minutes, okay? So that's it for today. I hope that those stretches were very helpful for you. You want to do those exercises once a day if you can. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or reach out to me, and we will see you next time.